無事だったんだね。よかった。
ヒル。What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new anime series, Moonrise. Let's rock this. Okay, let's get right to it. Thanks to Netflix for granting me the advanced screener, and I've already watched the entire show, and Moonrise is a mixed bag. I wanted to like it, I really wanted to, but Moonrise has several things about itself that just don't quite work. To be fair, there are some positives too. The animation by the legendary Wit Studios is visually striking. I really enjoy the character designs and the moon base, that sort of a deal. Obviously, since this is based on a novel, they had the blueprint, if you will, for the world building. But at the same time, what really frustrates me about Moonrise is its storytelling structure that's kind of all over the place. It's not necessarily incoherent, but the way that it jumps back and forth is kind of messy and muddled and sometimes not easy to follow. There are 18 episodes right off the bat. Luckily, each episode only runs about 25 minutes short, so I finished binge watching them all in just one day. But I just wish the narrative was more streamlined, instead of it taking too many detours. What happens when Earth's peaceful existence clashes with the moon's fight for independence? Based on the novel by Tou Ubukata, in Moonrise, in a not too distant future, humanity has established a loosely organized world government with everything managed by an international AI network called Sapientia. People live peaceful lives by loyally obeying its rational decisions. However, Sapientia's lunar development project, which sends criminals and pollutants to the moon to maintain Earth's peace, creates disparity and poverty on the moon, sparking a catalyst for war. Jacob, aka Jack Shadow, gets caught up in this conflict after losing his family to a terrorist bombing by the moon's rebel army. Vowing revenge, Jack joins the Earth army as a scout on the moon, only to discover an unexpected leader among the resistance forces. Again, mixed bag is how I would describe this show. Not the worst new anime around, but definitely could be better. It has a lot of what you can expect from an anime, including the exaggerated reactions. Now, the orchestral score is one of its appealing features. Sweeping, epic, sensational. It complements the show's many memorable action sequences. There's probably gonna be a lot of fan arguments about the creative liberties that this show took in terms of the gunfights and the battles on the moon's gravity. But the story always resorts to engraved technologies in order to justify their fast and loose sci-fi approach. I also think that the English voice acting for all the characters sound much better than most other shows like this on Netflix, which is a significant credit considering how basic they usually are. But in this one, they actually put in some emotional effort, even in some of the lighthearted, silly moments. Now, to my point earlier about the show's wobbly, non-linear structure, you see, the characters or the crew have a simple mission, a simple objective, but it keeps getting weirdly interrupted time and time again, either by an underwhelming love triangle or some flashbacks that didn't really need to be explained twice, resulting in an uneven pacing that kinda got me drifting off every now and then. Which is a shame because I really like the whole Jack versus Phil story arc and their complicated conflict. So if only the show had reduced the significance of some of the other supporting characters and would just maintain the focus built around just those two. I still don't understand why there had to be 18 episodes. Perhaps they thought that the novel was too complex to be adapted into just 6 or 8 episodes, who knows? But if there is an example of an anime show that could have benefited from being a little bit condensed, it's definitely Moonrise. So yeah, overall I give Moonrise the rating of 3 out of 5. Don't get me wrong, in many ways this is a pretty spectacular space opera and the show's potential to be great exists, but it also has a lot of ineffective, wasteful moving parts. So if the show gets renewed, hopefully the writers would make those fixes and improvements for the second season.
無事だったんだね。よかった。
ヒル。